The year was 1943. I was 10 years old, and the war was raging, of course, in Europe. And I knew about that too, but for the rest, we were doing okay. And one morning I woke up and I was so hot. I was just burning up. So I called my mother and she looked at me and she says, "Oh, I think you have measles," because I was so red. So she called the doctor, and the doctor came and she says, "No, that is not measles, because she is red all over." She looked in my neck and on my back, and she says, "No, this is scarlet fever, a highly contagious disease. Oh, we have to right away contact the health authorities. We need a sign for on your front door which says, 'Don't approach scarlet fever, danger.'" So it was that serious and that contagious. So that's what happened. My family put me in the smallest bedroom in the house, made everything ready for me, and there I was, isolated, sick and isolated. So they organized for me to have meals put in front of my door, and I would take it inside and eat it, put the plate back on the floor, and that's how it went. They gave me books to read, which meant that no one else could read those books afterwards. So I got a lot of them. I got paper, pencils to draw and coloring, and so I did that a lot. I drew a lot of pictures, and of course they had a lot to do with my situation there. So sometimes I think, boy, I wish I still had all those pictures. They probably would have told another story much more clearly than maybe what I'm doing now. Anyways, there was two good sides to this whole event. One of them was that the doctor had said it would take about 6 weeks for me to be able to go out again and join the family in whatever they were doing. So I thought 6 weeks, but I did so much reading and drawing that actually they went pretty fast. Then in that time also, it was in Holland, instead of like they have Santa Claus here, there it is Sinterklaas. And this was in the beginning of December was his birthday, and everyone would get some presents and candy. So when my sisters came back from school, they got a little bag of candy for me too, and they put it right away around the door into my room, and I grabbed it. And then my mother said, "Oh, now she can't share anymore because she touched it." And of course, I didn't mind that all that much. Then the family also got a bag of coals, so they could actually heat my room, but there was no stove or hearth there. So they used it in the living room where everyone else was. So everyone was profiting from my disease that way. I was profiting with my candy. They were profiting with the coals that they got, an extra load of coals. And since I was indeed for 6 weeks isolated in that room, and they thought it was kind of funny, they were always teasing me, saying, "Oh, you didn't have scarlet fever, you had a cold disease." So from then on, they told me, "You had a cold disease, and that was very nice for us. Thank you very much."